I am an instructor of history and English at San Fernando Valley Academy, but I don't claim to be a teacher. Why? Because I'm an actor, I'm a historian, I'm a writer, I'm a presenter, and yeah, I do play a teacher when I'm in the classroom. And so I was raised an Adventist. I was baptized when I was 12. I'm a very shy person, still am. I'm an introvert. Growing up in the church, you are often asked to be up in front. And it would scare me to death to stand up in front of somebody. This one day, Sabbath, in 8th grade, we had what was called Education Day. All the constituent churches would come to the school and there would be a church service in the gymnasium. And the various classes were asked if they would share something about the class. And I was chosen to talk about the Bible class that we had. And I was scared. And something clicked, like right before I went on stage, that told me, go out there and be as exuberant as possible and just be like, hey, how's it going? So glad to see you. How are you? And I just did that. I just played this character and immediately all the eyes go, this is cool. I kind of like this, because they were paying attention to me and I knew it wasn't me who was up there. And in 8th grade, I made a decision that I was going to be an actor. And so from that point, everything I did had the end point of being a professional actor. Drama in the church was still kind of an iffy thing. So there were some people who are like, I don't know, is this a good thing? But not really. They knew who I was. They knew I had talent. So I didn't get anybody who said, no, you shouldn't do that. I never had that. Everybody was like, oh yeah, that's the Adventist guy who's going to Hollywood, kind of a thing. I was kind of one of the first to make that a career. Now I think more people are doing it because it's kind of an option. It wasn't necessarily an option back then. Not that it wasn't an option, people just didn't think about it as an option. So I didn't really have any pushback. In fact, it was more like I was a pioneer. And especially at PUC where I went to college, I kind of brought the whole idea, or helped to bring the whole idea of drama and theater and film there. And now it's, that is something that's just normal, I think, in most Adventist churches, at least in the West Coast. I was working in a lot of commercials. I was doing small roles on TV, but people always want to know, like, what's the big thing you've done? And although I was making money at doing what I loved, it was hard for me to say, oh, this is this. And there was no YouTube or anything like that where people could go look something up. If they missed it, they missed it. I remember I did this one commercial for Toyota. Somebody I knew saw me on the commercial and they got all excited and they're like, I didn't know you had a Toyota. I'm like, it's a commercial. I'm acting. That's what's wonderful about being an actor, is because I get to do things that I wouldn't do as a normal person. People don't realize, especially people who are starting, they don't realize that we are all, as Shakespeare says, and then Ellen White also says, that we're all actors upon a stage, because we all act differently depending upon the situation and who we are. You're different in front of your parents, you're different in front of your bosses, your friends. Does that mean that you're not real? No, it means that that's the role you're playing. But that faith is what has always anchored me. And I do explain to them that I have met so many people in the entertainment business who flounder. And I have experiences where people will ask me or make comments that say, you seem different. Why are you so different? I'm like, well, what do you mean? How I approach the role? No. You just seem to have a confidence about you. Why is that? And that has led me to open up, because I don't go around sharing my faith verbally and saying, hey, look at me, here I am, this is who I am. I don't do that. But I do know what I believe. And so people have asked me, and I let them know that I'm a Christian. And this is important. And so many people in the business have nothing except whatever they're working on that particular time. And so I want my students to have a grounding, something that grounds them, that unfortunately a lot of them aren't getting at home, because a lot of them do come from families that aren't completely whole. But one thing that everybody should have in common is the faith in God that we have, and that should be the anchor. So I do hope that they leave with that. I know that God takes care of my needs. That I have faith in. I know that there's a reason for everything. I know that He wants me to do what I love to do. And He's not going to put me into something that I hate. What will I be doing in 10 years? I'll still be acting. Unless God shows me something else, I'm an actor. And I will continue to be that.